Your car is quietly falling apart, and the worst part is you paid extra for the features causing it. German automotive experts have been tracking this for years. What they found is not about bad driving or skipped oil changes. It is about the features sitting inside your car right now. The ones your salesperson highlighted, the ones you actually wanted. Here are 21 of them, and some of them will genuinely surprise you. 1. Auto Start-Stop System. You know that feature that shuts your engine off at every red light? The one that feels slightly annoying every single time? That feature is doing real damage to your engine, and most people have no idea. Every restart puts your engine through a cold start. Oil pulls away from the upper engine parts during that brief off moment. When it fires back up, those parts run completely dry for a split second. Now multiply that by 40 stops on your daily commute. That is 40 cold starts every single day. German drivers disable this the moment they leave the dealership. American drivers leave it on because it came standard and nobody told them otherwise. Think about restarting a water pump 40 times in 1 hour versus letting it run. The one restarting constantly wears out far faster. Your engine works exactly the same way. 2. Oversized infotainment touchscreens. Your salesperson probably pointed at that giant screen first. Bigger screen, more premium feel, higher trim level. That is the pitch, and most buyers fall for it completely. Here is what you are actually buying: a software-dependent system that controls your climate, your reversing camera, your navigation, and sometimes even your hazard lights. When that software fails, and it will fail between 5 and 7 years, everything goes down together. Replacement costs between $800 and $2,000. A simple physical knob lasts the entire life of your car with zero issues. You paid extra for a touchscreen and got a future repair bill included at no extra charge. 3. Electric parking brakes. Your old handbrake lever was mechanical. You pulled it, the brakes held. Nothing to fail, nothing to replace, nothing to worry about. Now you have a button. That button triggers a motor, a control module, and a wiring system to do what one simple lever used to do on its own. German mechanics see these motors fail regularly on cars between 6 and 10 years old. When yours fails, you are looking at $400 to $700 to fix something that never needed fixing in the first place. 4. Panoramic glass roofs. If your car has one of these, pay close attention. American buyers love them. German experts actively warn against them on any car you plan to keep long-term. That glass sits at the highest point of your car and adds serious weight right there. The seals around it degrade over time and water gets in. Water in your headliner means mold, electrical faults, and roof frame damage. There are also drainage channels built into the system that clog with leaves and debris. Most owners never know those channels exist until water starts dripping onto their seats. 5. Cylinder deactivation technology. Your car is quietly shutting down half its own engine while you drive and calling it a feature. On a steady highway cruise, the system cuts 4 cylinders out of 8 to save fuel. Those cylinders still move up and down. They just stop firing. And this is the part that costs you. That changes how oil behaves inside those cylinders completely. Carbon builds up faster. Serious oil consumption increases in these engines after just 60,000 miles. You see the fuel economy number on the window sticker. You never see what is happening deep inside your engine until the repair bill shows up. 6. Fake engine sounds. Some car manufacturers pipe artificial engine noise into the cabin through the speakers. The real engine is too quiet for the sporty image the car is trying to project, so they fake it electronically. This one does not damage the engine directly, but German experts flag it for a different reason. It disconnects you from your car completely. Real engine sounds carry information. A change in engine note tells you something is different. A slight knock, a new vibration, a change in how the engine breathes. These are early warnings of developing problems. Think about that. When artificial sound covers the real engine noise, you lose that early warning system entirely. Problems develop silently until they become expensive. German mechanics describe this as one of the most counterproductive features in modern car design. 7. Fuel economy. Tuning. Modern engines run extremely lean fuel mixtures to hit fuel economy targets set by regulators. Lean means less fuel mixed with the air going into the engine. Most drivers never find this out. Running lean keeps temperatures inside the combustion chamber higher than ideal. Over time, higher combustion temperatures accelerate wear on piston rings, valve seats, and cylinder walls. German engineers describe current factory fuel mapping on many mainstream American market vehicles as tuned for the emissions test, not for engine longevity. Running a petrol lawnmower on a mixture that is too lean causes it to overheat and seize far faster than one running a correctly balanced mixture. Your car engine follows the exact same principle, just on a much larger scale. 8. Wireless charging pads. Convenient. Drop your phone on the pad and it charges, without cables and any hassle. Americans love this feature, and manufacturers fit it across almost every new model now. Here is what actually happens. Wireless charging generates heat. Your phone sits in a warm enclosed space on a warm charging pad with warm air around it. Heat is the single biggest enemy of both phone batteries and the charging pad components themselves. That little pad generates heat every single time you use it. Heat kills battery capacity slowly but consistently. German tech experts track this directly. Your phone degrades faster wirelessly than it ever would with a cable. 9. Ultra-low profile tires. German experts have been warning about these for years. That super thin strip of rubber between the wheel and the road looks aggressive and sporty. A lot of buyers specifically request them. That thin sidewall is supposed to absorb every pothole and rough surface before the impact reaches your wheels and suspension. With almost no sidewall there, nothing absorbs anything. Every hit goes straight through to your wheels and suspension components directly. Cars on ultra-low profile tires show up with bent wheels, cracked hubs, and damaged suspension arms at a significantly higher rate than cars on standard tires. 10. Automatic climate control. Standard climate control lets you set a temperature, and the system maintains it automatically. Sounds ideal. The complexity behind it is where it gets ugly. Automatic climate control systems use multiple sensors, blend doors, actuator motors, and a dedicated control module to maintain that set temperature. Each of those components adds a potential failure point. Blend door actuators fail regularly on cars between 7 and 12 years old. Here is the simple version. Every sensor, every motor, and every actuator in that system is a future repair bill waiting to happen. Each actuator costs between $150 and $400 to replace depending on where it sits inside the dashboard. A simple manual climate control system has almost none of these failure points. Before we get into the next 10, do us a quick favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it helps us keep putting out content like this every single week. 11. Oversized alloy wheels. Bigger wheels look good. Walk into any dealership and the large wheel upgrade is sitting right there on the options list. Buyers pay extra for them every single day without thinking twice. Most drivers find this out the hard way. Those bigger wheels are heavier, and that extra weight grinds down your wheel bearings, suspension bushings, and shock absorbers far faster than standard wheels ever would. Larger wheels also need thinner tires to fit correctly. That means every pothole and rough road hits your suspension directly, with almost nothing absorbing it first. Most American drivers upgrade for appearance and never think past that. German mechanics see the result of that decision every single week in the workshop. 12. Adaptive LED headlight. Headlights used to be simple: a bulb, a reflector, 2 wires. Modern adaptive LED systems swivel left when you turn left and adjust height based on your speed. Impressive on paper. Pay attention to this one. These systems pack motors, sensors, control modules, and complex wiring into one sealed unit. When any single part inside fails, the entire assembly gets replaced. On many American market vehicles, one headlight assembly costs between $900 and $2,500. A traditional halogen replacement costs around $40. German experts flag adaptive headlights as one of the highest unnecessary repair costs on any modern vehicle. 13. Electronic throttle control. Most drivers still have no idea it exists in their car. Your accelerator pedal no longer connects to anything mechanical. It sends an electronic signal to a control module, and that module decides how much power to give you. The whole system depends entirely on that one module staying healthy. One small fault changes everything. When it develops a fault, and these modules do develop faults, your car immediately restricts itself to around 20 miles per hour. You are not making it home. You are not making it anywhere useful. A tow truck and a $300 to $800 repair bill are what come next. One small electronic component reduces your entire car to a slow crawl. 14. Dual clutch automatic gearboxes, sold as the best of both worlds. Automatic convenience with manual efficiency. Manufacturers push these hard in America as a premium upgrade, and buyers go for it regularly. Watch out for this one. At low speeds and in stop-and-go traffic, dual clutch gearboxes shudder, hesitate, and jerk. That is not a software issue you can fix with an update. It is a fundamental mechanical limitation of the design. These units need full replacement far more often than traditional automatics between 80,000 and 120,000 miles. That replacement runs between $2,000 and $4,000. The premium upgrade feeling disappears fast at that point. 15. Integrated engine cooling. Many modern vehicles run engine oil cooling and gearbox oil cooling through one shared unit. Manufacturers combine them to cut weight and simplify the engine bay. Think about what happens when that shared unit fails. Both fluid systems contaminate each other at the same time. Flushing both systems, replacing the cooler, and checking for further damage runs between $3,000 and $6,000. Most American drivers never know this shared cooler exists in their car. German mechanics see this failure regularly and describe it as one of the most expensive single repair events on modern vehicles. You find out about it when the bill lands in front of you. 16. Push button. Ignition. That little start button feels premium and modern. German reliability experts see it differently. Every push-button system depends on a key fob communicating wirelessly with the car. That fob has a battery. That battery drains. And when it dies at the wrong moment, most drivers have absolutely no idea how to manually access or start their own car. The override process exists, but almost nobody learns it until they are stranded somewhere needing it urgently. Beyond the fob, the wireless communication module inside the car develops faults over time, just like any electronic component. When it does, your car simply refuses to start. No warning, no gradual decline. One day it works, the next day it does not. 17. active noise cancellation systems, your cabin feels impressively quiet. German acoustic engineers will tell you exactly what that quietness is costing your car long-term. The system uses microphones, a processing unit, and speaker integration working constantly every single time you drive. Physical sound deadening material stuck to your floor and door panels does the exact same job with zero components to fail and zero maintenance required ever. And this is the bit your dealer never mentioned. Active noise cancellation hardware starts developing faults from around 6 to 8 years of use. Diagnosing exactly which component failed is a lengthy and expensive process on its own before any actual repair begins. You paid for a quieter cabin and got a ticking clock built into your dashboard. 18. Electrically adjustable suspension. Some manufacturers offer suspension systems that adjust their stiffness electronically at the press of a button. Comfort mode for motorway cruising. Sport mode for sharper handling. It sounds like the perfect solution. Each corner of the car has an electronically controlled damper with its own motor and sensor. 4 corners means 4 motors and 4 sensors, all working constantly every time the suspension moves. These systems develop faults regularly from 60,000 miles onward. A single electronically controlled damper replacement costs between $600 and $1,200. This is where it gets expensive. Replacing all 4 on a full system failure runs between $2,500 and $5,000. A standard passive suspension system with quality dampers costs a fraction of that and lasts the life of the vehicle with basic maintenance. 19. Automatic emergency braking. German experts are not arguing against the safety benefit here. The problem sits somewhere most drivers never think about. The cameras and radar sensors running this system need precise calibration to work correctly. Anything that disturbs their position or alignment triggers a full professional recalibration. A stone chip requiring windshield replacement used to cost around $200. On a car with a camera mounted behind the glass, that same job now runs between $600 and $1,200. A minor bumper scuff that previously cost $150 to fix now includes a radar sensor recalibration on top. Every basic repair your car needs becomes significantly more expensive because of this one system sitting behind your bumper and windshield. 20. Capacitive touch buttons. The Germans measured something very specific about these panels. Drivers take their eyes off the road 2 to 3 seconds longer when using capacitive touch controls compared to physical switches. That is not an opinion. That is tracked and documented. And this is exactly where it goes wrong. These panels develop dead zones and stop responding to touch within 5 to 8 years. A physical switch costs a few dollars to replace. A capacitive control panel integrates directly into your dashboard trim and costs between $400 and $1,500 to sort out. You traded a component that lasted decades for one that fails within a few years and costs significantly more to fix. 21. Hybrid battery. Most hybrid owners find out about this cost at the worst possible moment. That high-voltage battery pack is degrading every single mile you drive. No maintenance routine slows it down. No careful driving stops it. Between 100,000 and 150,000 miles, it loses serious capacity and needs full replacement. And that replacement runs between $3,000 and $8,000. American buyers purchasing used hybrids almost never factor this in. German experts say the same thing every time. Before you buy any used hybrid, spend $100 on a professional battery health test. That one test could save you thousands. American drivers keep paying for the same repairs over and over without ever knowing why. German experts figured this out years ago. The more you know about what is quietly running down your car, the better decisions you make. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stay ahead of every repair your car has planned for you.